Alright, guys, I'm not gonna throw the opening. If you were watching earlier today, I'm actually finishing. Oh my god, I fucking hope I'm finishing this video where Destiny is debating non-compete. So, yeah, that's the thing that happened. Sorry that I had to start a little bit late. I was having a spirited conversation with a friend of mine. Um, she's been on my channel before. The Lady Bachelor, we were having a discussion about how she feels that she can have slaves now because there is no prohibition anywhere in the Constitution to have slaves. And it was an interesting conversation, to say the least. And hopefully, that's one of the ones that I can put on my channel and have some fun with. Now, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, and I'm still playing I promised today I actually wanted to get on fucking Conan, and like I nuked my world. I didn't nuke it, but like I set it to a point where it's just like I don't feel like coming back and actually playing that world anymore. I'd rather start over. But I'm gonna get to it. I promise I'm gonna get back to it tonight. I'm actually may do a live server. Yeah, I don't know. Just thinking. Anyway, guys and gals, and everybody in between. I'm gonna actually be going back to this video. And remember, if you want to donate, you can actually donate at my Streamlabs page at Crimson60620 at Streamlabs. You can actually go to that page. It would actually have a playlist of my videos. Also, I am paying more attention to my Patreon channel. So I'm going to try to get a conversation every week for the next however many weeks left in the year, where I can just have a conversation with people and get their beliefs, understanding, get their conversation about different shit. So, I'm dreading this because I want to get it over. I got about 40 minutes of this conversation left. And remember, I actually have it at 1.2 speed. So this will be fucking interesting. And while I'm actually doing that, let me put this up here. No, I don't want to put that up here. It's going to start lagging too much shit. So let's have this conversation. And let me just turn up the video and make sure that I can hear the video and you guys can hear the video. Alright. So, yeah, let's go. Okay, so this is where we left off, and I remember it now. So the conversation is, we have enough food, we have enough homes for everybody to effectively we have enough food and we have enough homes for everybody effectively not to go to bed hungry or not to be homeless. Now, this is an argument that is happening where, well, if nobody actually succeeds from getting access, then people will just stop trying. It's the same argument for the reason why we have scarcity the way we do. Well, if you got rid of the capitalists, if you got rid of the billionaires making obscene amounts of money, no one will want to work. And that's just patently false. So you're telling me because one day that I don't be... That's like telling me, specifically, that, oh, if you had an easy channel growth, then you wouldn't do YouTube. No, I fucking love doing YouTube and Twitch. Even if my subscriber base doesn't grow, which I hope it does, I've been doing this shit for the last 3 years, basically. And the base level of my channel hasn't changed that dramatically, where it's up. If I'm not getting 100 subs by this time, then I'm gonna really delete my channel. No, that's not my motivation. My motivation is to have these conversations. My motivation is to see what I like and discuss it. That's my motivation. I mean, like, it's great to be able to support yourself off of this. One day I fucking hope I can. But that's not my driving force of this. And to say that, well, because some people have a large amount of excess, if you don't give them that, then they won't push for it. The reason why people have 6 and 7 houses is because capitalism, and that most motivates them. That would seem demonstrably false. We only have excess because people are greedy. Which, I mean, how could you argue that? How do you know? That's actually quite literally arguing something that you won't have proof for, or you can never accurately have proof for. But let's continue.
So you think the reason the migrant workers are working in the fields to make food for like 25 cents an hour is because they care about the profit motive of the corporations? Yeah, and then so that brings you to a great contradiction because the corporations.
No. Okay, let it skip. There we go. So this does bring up a point. It is a contradiction in capitalism where workers want to do the least amount of work, and we saw this with Hassan Piker. When we do the least amount of work with the most amount of money, and you have actual capital where they want to get the most amount of work with the least amount of money. It's a contradiction in practice, but it's really saying people are looking out for their own self-interest. That's what it really is. But let's fucking continue.
Incentive is to lower it as much as possible, get the number as much as possible, but at the same time they want buyers for their products, which is a firm's job. Yeah, of course, a firm's job is to reduce costs as much as possible. Labor's job is to reduce costs. Yeah, this is market negotiation. Would it not be better? Would it not be better if a firm's job, instead of being like the individual capitalists or capitalists at the top of the hierarchy, and just doing what they say for the profits of most people, maybe instead it's like, hey, how can we structure and organize this company so that it is financially sustainable? What if we structure this company so that instead of just being harnessed to my profits as the owner, what if instead we structure things so that we care more about things like the work-life quality of work-life for workers and the benefits that we have to society? It's going to invest money in your company, but you're invest money in a company that well, if you look at
Okay, so this is a key point where you say, see, that's the problem with the entire system. That's where you say that's when you indict the whole system of capitalism. That's where you indict the system. Not, but I want to get to this point. You've made my point for me. That's an indictment on the capitalist system. Why don't you pounce? That's what you pounce on. That indictment where you have to say, well, nobody would actually want to invest in that system because other people are fucking heartless, so you have to be just as heartless. That's an indictment on capitalism. That right there is an indictment on capitalism. That's where you pounce. That's where you attack. You attack that shit. But let's continue. Okay. And the thing about it is the co-op is working in a capitalist system, but they still are looking for the profit. And I'm pretty sure Destiny's gonna bite at this, but it's really a question of degrees at this point. Do you live in a system where capitalism is completely thrown out, or do you look to reform it with more socialist policies? And both of these people are taking the either or approach. Communism or capitalism. You should address it in a way of, hey, let's just have more socialistic principles. Let's look at a model where workers are taken care of and we can look at the profit as well. It's called fucking socialism. Socialize the fucking costs and the profits as well. Keep the profits. That would satisfy a lot of people on one side, but also socialize those profits. Share that power. And fuck, when you do shit like that, it actually tends to be more uplifting. It tends to be more empowering than just saying, fuck the system as it stands and we need a revolution. And I think that was like one of the points that goddamn ContraPoints made. Like, you can't just be tankies and just be like, oh, the revolution, we must have the revolution and shit. And not understand how some people would. That's why you have people who vote against their own self-interest, because you tell them that it is your self-interest because, hey, they coming after people that have a lot and you may never ever be rich. But once they finish coming after our shit, they're going to come after yours. But let's continue.
So my point is that, like, in this idealism, yeah, there's a way. Yeah. So firstly, of course, we're not going to fire. Yeah, but like, you could cut the wages of Jeff Bezos. I don't think it's going to that much of a story.
I don't think that cutting Jeff Bezos' wages is going to inflame the thousands of employees working at Amazon. I don't think they're going to make a lot of money.
I knew you were going to say that because the thing about it is that like,
Well, I was going to say that that's a dumb argument. I mean,
no, it's not a dumb argument because under the wage system, it's not just a fact that the problem with Jeff Bezos and the wages that he put out, it's not like there's a finite amount of dollars in the world, and if we took Jeff Bezos' dollars and we distributed them to everybody, then everyone, like, that's not the way the values of dollars and the amount of dollars fluctuates like second by second. But the reason Jeff Bezos has entrenched state power is because he has such a amount of wealth and he has such a amount of power that he could just dominate lots and lots and lots and lots of people. So
wait,
it's
does
not
Holland actually know that Jeff Bezos owned a grocery store? Is that what
it doesn't, if he got fired, he was already fired. He has $1 billion. So he gets
not over Amazon though? Oh, yes, we can test him to get fired and he gets paid by the supplier.
yeah, he still has his billions of dollars, and he can still go fund the supermarket and do whatever he wants.
Wait, hope we just jump someday. How was the way that oh my god. I want to know what you said.
Wait, whoa. Stop. No, stop. That's minimizing what the power that he would hold over Amazon because he has enough stock. He owns enough stock, 14%, and if he wants to, he can actually buy that stock back. That's just a thing. Like, let's be real here. That's just a thing. He does have a lot of outsized power and I'm just trying to turn this shit down because I keep getting here dings. 1 second, guys. Oh, yeah, that's this. He has a lot of overt power where he can actually start purchasing. He can go back and start purchasing he can actually purchase more stocks. No, that's definitely, that's not being exactly 100% truthful. But let's continue.
Talking about. That's my point. I'm not saying that if we cut Jeff Bezos' wages and just distribute them to all of the workers, that would solve the problem. Because Jeff Bezos already has the very smart, so much more power. I just don't see how that makes how that's right anyway. I don't know. I just
How
don't.
would you solve that problem? That seems like you're looking at it now, right? Even in countries like Sweden, with the consolidation of power. That's addressing you.
So I mean, like, I don't know how much I prefer to like putting more books in the also like cities. So for instance, if you look today, the well-developed person probably should have
So you would still try to get across the same thing for an ecosystem, just you want to give everybody food and healthcare and housing.
well, yeah, but you would do this with like subsidization. Like if you want to talk about like housing, like if you want to set a program with the government where you like offer so
Why do we need to be in a position where we, as the billions of people, 60% of the world use our have to beg for the scraps of the capitalists to control, 50% of the wealth?
because that's the reality of it. Most people have no power otherwise. They can't even try. And that's the reality of power. You have to go all the way to
It's being forcibly redistributed from the workers to the enterprises. That's what's happening. The workers are going in and they're going to do the work that's generating wealth. And then workers
So, yes. So, great. Make that point. Right now, it is economic violence that's being attributed against the workers. Make that point, sail with that point, and say, hey, at least in my system, we can actually start turning the fucking page. We would use the same we would respond in kind. And if that's shit, if you want to go full anarcho capitalist syndicate, then fucking go for it. Tell the story of the French Revolution. Tell this. Mention the fact that, yes, in the end, when you have an imbalance of power, you actually have a problem with everybody. Have that conversation. Say, the Hamptons are not a defendable position. Have that conversation. But to sit back and say, well, one of these days, have that oligarch who said, he was quite literally says, I'm an oligarch. It's like, yeah, at some point, the scales are not going to tip in our favor anymore. And we need to address this shit now under our own terms, or people are going to start addressing it for us with the lack of heads. But let's continue.
Like Walmart is providing the means to eventually start a business.
Like the means to start your own business. All you can do is like flip burgers. You're not going to make any money with that unless you use like
Why do you think somebody will only be able to flip burgers?
That's just one example. You can only weld machines. You can only grow produce. You can only be a lawyer. You need a law firm practice. You need a doctor, a surgeon. You need a
Who
hospital.
can only flip burgers? Like, there are very many people that can only flip burgers.
I don't know why we're focusing on that example, but I'd say probably the younger.
I mean, because it was a weird thing to say. Like,
I'm sorry, my background is I worked at McDonald's when I was in high school, and then I went to work at Caesar's restaurant. So
And now you're very successful.
now that I'm 40, my only workable skills back then were I could work in restaurant and commercial skill like that. Is there something wrong with that, or is that like that?
But it sounds
Oh God, thank you. Thank you for bringing this shit up. Please, thank you. Please, thank you. Now, I hope American Johnston actually says you were afforded the opportunity to do something and you able to succeed. I pretty much fucking hope it. Like, man, you will lose the debate if you don't address this shit. The fact is that capitalism does only advantage a certain amount to make it on the backs of others. Just look at what happened with Ninja. Like, quite literally, like, somebody at the... Oh, I guess that's a bad example, so I'm not going to use it. I want to stop. But, like, quite literally, it was more... Like, how many people didn't have the opportunity to be a gamer or somebody that didn't have the opportunity to make it big on a Twitch as a Twitch streamer? Like, there are people that may have those skills but will never be introduced to that level of opportunity because they grew up in the wrong neighborhood. They couldn't afford things like they want to. They couldn't afford going to college. Even if you didn't complete college, man, you still had the opportunity to go. But let's continue.
It's like you're saying that, I don't know, it sounds a little bit like conservative.
No, it didn't sound like any conservative at all. I'm saying that some people have very many skills and they can make money. I could make money during college myself.
Okay.
I had to go to something that didn't have all. I had to like grind my leg to work. Without that, I would go. So, I mean, I don't know if this, I agree that this transaction isn't necessarily anything that capitalism or but I don't think it's necessarily anything that's going to provide you with some progress or take some money.
Well, okay, so but you were working like so for yeah, okay, so like if you had more time, if instead of having to work 20 hours a week just to barely survive on these burgers, let's say you only work 20 hours a week, doing whatever it is, you would have other time to like develop your skills. So to me, it's not really. I think that the real crime capitalism is not the fact that people are poor; it's the fact that so much of our time is wasted to benefit such a small number of people. And I think it's that not enough people focus on the time.
I mean, is there like, I could be wrong. Are there socialists in Spanish Catalonia? These people all have like 4-hour workdays?
They were fighting a war at the time.
So, okay, what about in the free territories of Ukraine? Or what about the Rojava?
They
Or
also
like
fighting a
Serbia?
war. They were also fighting a war. See, the places where
What about in
socialism
Vietnam right now? Do you guys
are
have like
extremely
4-hour
desperate.
workdays?
Vietnam, as Luna explained earlier, has been heavily manipulated by institutions like the World Bank. So, for instance, a really concrete example would be the fact that they used to have a 200% luxury tax on cars. Most people wanted to go on motorbikes. And that was good for their society because their roads were not very heavily developed and just the way the infrastructure worked, it just made more sense. Like now, the World Bank and it might have been the World Bank, yeah, the World Bank came in and they came in and they put pressure and they said you have to reduce this, you have to get rid of this luxury tax on cars. And now like everyone's getting cars, which sounds great, but it's completely fucking their entire infrastructure. And yeah, and the imperialism that happens tends to be like really Japanese company. So you look at a Vietnamese like 20 years ago, and yeah, then back then, and even when I first moved here, the people valued their time with their family and their free time a lot more, and they didn't have this whole capitalist mindset of like you have to work all the time. Now these Korean companies, the Japanese are coming in, Japanese companies are coming in, and they're forcing like this like work mentality of people, and you can definitely see like social systems starting to this where you can definitely see like just the general happiness of people starting to aggregate. And yes, maybe they're making more money, but they're miserable. They're working, 6 days a week, and this is so.
Okay, so yeah, and that's the thing. Damn it, fuck. Like, if you want to say that, yes, people are more enriched under the capitalist system, but the cost that people pay, the work-life balance that are being thrown off, quite literally in Japan, in that area alone, where it is heavily influenced by cultural and social norms, you quite literally have people who are choosing not to fuck as a married couple because they can't afford to have kids. But capitalism, right? Like, they are actually making... Did they pass a law where you would have one Friday out the month where you actually are able to... The government tells you to go home and fuck? So you can actually replace the population? because that's where they're heading to, because it is quote unquote we man, Japanese culture has been very organized, but to the point where firms are having to encourage, because they've grown people have grown up in an era where it's almost like goddamn they've grown up in an era where um, work is placed priority over everything. And speaking of work, God, I feel like I'm shilling. But speaking of work, you can actually get some of my artwork at my Etsy store at etsy.com/shop at lonesageart.com or whatever it works. And you can actually make sure that you can actually get some of my merch at streamlabs.com/crimson60620/merch. But let's continue.
I mean, so
The worst thing I'm gonna have on top of that, and that's the that was
I would say that's true. And the things that Vietnam is doing right are all their doing wrong, are all the ways that they're being imperialized. And today, now they're starting to imperialize other countries. There's another crisis that happening because they're going into places like Africa and Cambodia, and they're in Myanmar, and they're building like telecom corporations there that are imperializing those developing countries the same way the Korean Japan are imperializing Vietnam. So I mean, but okay, but to actually go back and answer the question, no, we haven't had an anarchist society in peacetime, in a developed country situation yet. And I think that just because it hasn't happened, that's not an argument that it should not ever happen.
I think we've made the same argument about capitalism.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, people seem to bring up that meme all the time. But it is like I don't know, the argument for capitalism is
What are you talking about?
well, it sounds like you're saying like
Okay, that was a dick. That was a dick comment. Like you got that was a dick comment. That quite literally was a dick comment. But that also goes to the mindset of a lot of people. They feel that they feel that God, the USSR like fucking wasn't. It wasn't a. It it was a totalitarian state. It really didn't practice the. It didn't practice the principle of non. I guess you could say it didn't practice the principle of non-government. It quite literally was a government based. It was a. The USSR was a country that instead of having capitalists as the boss, it had the state as a boss. That's what it was. And a lot of people push back and say, "Oh no, communists killed." No, totalitarians killed so many people. They were totalitarian. They say, "Do the shit my way," versus saying, "Hey, we need to take care of the people." Now, you did have some socialist policies in those times, but make no mistake, they were not fucking socialists. They were totalitarians. And it upsets me that we get so many people that want to conflate the two. They didn't run under a principle of the power lies with the people. They run under the principle of we need a fucking political party. And it just don't happen to be one. But let's continue.
the reason why all these social centers are telling us is because of like employees and stuff.
Vietnam's not big.
Okay. What about I don't know, but okay, how about this? You heard about 30,000 men doing children enslavement under Nazi centers in Vietnam?
I've heard of the millions of. How many do we have in our detention centers in the USA right now? It's not millions, but the thousands that we have concentration camps run by ICE. I know about those. I don't know.
Well, apparently
Get into the fucking weeds. Yes, get into the weeds. Get into the weeds. The maths, the cracks. No, I'm joking. But yeah, of course, get into those weeds. Start saying that. Expound on the reason why your system is better. Yes, there is. It was really a statistic, and I don't know if it was satirical or not, or conflated or not, where 80% of the crime are related to property rights, or the whole we have to have this particular standard based on property or taxation. Like, show that fucking study. Like, come on. Like, be more aggressive when it comes to the downfall of capitalism. Have that issue. Say that drug-related crimes are people that may have undiagnosed mental conditions, or that they're using drugs as an escapism to escape from fucking real life. Have those conversations. Have those conversations about how alcoholism is a way of coping with have a way of coping with being fucking sober. Like, have those conversations about how Nietzsche was saying that the greatest evils visited upon the world is alcohol and religion. Have those conversations. Have those conversations about how people are stealing because they're desperate, or they don't think that there's a different way out. So they do property crimes, or they do petty crimes, or they are looking to increase their wealth over everybody else in any and all cases, and even if that means doing illegal shit. Start doing that. Start talking about how, because they were worried about the hippies and African Americans, they started the war on drugs to actually help foster a political base, and how private prisons actually profit and actually help encourage laws to be more stern in sentencing, where they get more money for having more people locked up. Let's have those conversations. But no, you're not going to do that. Let's continue.
Relevant. So I don't see how this was relevant.
Yeah, what else?
What's the end game? What do you think the end game is for food?
End game for capitalism? I don't know, like a perfect world, some slow that's the problem. Honestly, covering our bases is a country where so many people have
No, I guess this I didn't intend for this to be as combative. I feel strongly about something. Yeah, I guess the parting thought, I guess I'd like to have you consider, is just that I don't see anarchism as a magical formula for instantly transform society. It's a way of looking at things, it's a way of solving problems, and it's a way of examining ourselves and trying to see either internal and external. That's all it really is, and you can start applying anarchist principles right now. You don't have to wait for some magical revolution in the future. You can start doing stuff right now and making lives better for people. Now, and there are anarchists around the world who are doing that. I probably should talk about that, but that's, I guess, the last thing I'd like to just leave it there.
Okay, so yes, fuck, goddamn, have those conversations. Please have those conversations. Let's have that, and say like, well, this is what I think about it. Not a perfect thing, but this is what I think about it. The issue with the factory workers. First of all, if you truly want to run an anarchist society, fucking outlaw racism. Outlaw it. And you do it through And you wouldn't even have to really. Well, that's still economic violence, but you don't have to do it at a point of sword. You can say that certain factories get under certain policies you wouldn't get government subsidies, or you'll be charged a fine. But let's continue.
I probably
Anyone
would.
have a last word since you jumped in?
Oh yeah, sure. And then real quick, I probably would agree. Like with most, like any slow reform that works, you always end up. Well, you think flattening hierarchies makes it pretty nice, but always end up like social liberalism.
What ways do you think the left, like leftists and liberals who work using what kind of common ground using? I'm asking. Are you talking about what about you? What do you think? What ways should liberals and leftists be working? What can I afford?
Well, first of all, Pesky is absolutely spot on. But first of all, leftists need to get better. There's a lot of sectarianism in left. I think a lot of the labels and stuff it's got, in a lot of cases, comes down to the economy, and we kind of agree on a lot of things that we agree on the most important things. And with liberals, that's also sort of true. I believe in something called sectarianism. If I agree, if I have the same goal as somebody else, I will work with them. Um, with some exceptions. I don't think that's really outright fascist, but I mean, absolutely. I personally think that voting in elections is very important. I think that working, right now, the only candidate left is liberal. So, like, obviously, I'm going to be voting for a liberal presidential candidate. I am under the elections, and I work with liberals all the time. I have a stream I do like weekly with a bunch of my liberal friends. I work with liberal campaigns and projects, so I don't feel like we need to have some wall. In fact, I think that the best way for us to break down some of these misunderstandings and learn from each other is by working together. So I think the more we can work together functionally, where we have goals that are aligned, the better.
I'm curious. If Biden was the nominee, would you vote for him?
I would vote for Biden over Trump, but I fucking hope I don't have to.
Okay.
But yeah, I would vote for Biden.
I have some questions for the chat. Okay, so
All right. So okay, yeah, that was. Okay, so this is my little critique of it. Okay, cool, fine. It was like when those personal attacks started to come in. That's where I saw a lot of the raw teeth. And yet, if you living in a fucking country who has been decimated by capitalism, you're gonna have a fucking issue with them. I still have. Let's see how many fucking treasure maps do I have. How many treasure maps do I have? I know I can actually buy. Shit! I can go buy 6 more fucking treasure maps. Sorry, my back is itching, guys. Confirm. I can buy another one. I'm just having fun playing the treasure map game. I'm sorry. All right, so let's continue.
What do you think the left right vote is?
I don't know this answer.
All right, so that was an interesting. Yeah, it's really about how much the government has control over your life. In most cases. But let's continue. Okay, so that's actually a very interesting problem that happens with capitalism. You actually get like, at some point, that's what reparations is about how you built labor off the backs of these people, and it's a fucking difficult. It's a difficult question to address because it would be addressing some horrible sin that somebody done in the past. And I mean that in the non-religious version of it. And how do you repay people for that? How do you address that? Where people have been. And what about the people that have been wiped out completely or damn nearly wiped out? How do you address that? I know with the U.S. government, what they quote unquote did were reservations for the Aboriginals that were already here, but when you completely destroy somebody's way of life, or if you steal the shit from somebody, who really has a right to that property? But let's continue.
PJ, do you think the focus of anarchism should be to eliminate the root causes of problem racism or class class? No, I mean, for sure, the goal, and I feel like I failed a bit, especially with the sad, because I feel like I should talk about, well, yeah, for sure, in fact, the situation, the main priority should be getting at the root underlying causes of these tensions and trying to, dismantle them. For sure, the first thing we need to be doing is looking at ourselves, and that's something that I do every day. I try to find ways in which I might be having prejudicial thoughts, and I find them all the time. I'm always like being around my own ideology and my own perspective and my actions, and finding ways that I'm being kind of shitty. And yeah, I think that's the most important thing is for us to try to find the causes of prejudice and exploitation and the shit that's happening that sucks, and trying to dismantle that at the base level. That's for sure.
Destiny, so we were talking about climate change a little bit, and you said that you were fine with going into leftist territory in terms of policies and systems. You said you wanted to do slow reform. So do you think that slow reform will help us get over climate change? Which is
I think we're climate change.
you think it's
Like
ending there?
the best outcome
Bill Murray
is
votes.
that hopefully it's not going to sell us. But there is no
Do you generally think that in terms of like a lot of problems we have, do you think capitalism, or do you think we just get technological advancements out of capitalism to solve the problems? Or
Well, that's what some people are hoping, because it's really not easy to
what do you, Destiny? What do you think? Do you think capitalism will have automation? Yeah. Do you think that there will be a solution with automation?
solutions can be automated. I assume what he's asking is automation. I mean, this is a kind of weird thing. I mean, I think Christian parts
So this that's what capitalism is pushing for, where we do have just automation, where there is the means of production is actually completely owned by the not only the capitalists but the workers are too. But let's continue.
Yeah, I think that's too. Destiny, have you read any leftist theory? Someone asked me if I would put up a debate between Andy Speaks and Destiny. Andy Speaks. She's a leftist. EJ, do you feel that way? So,
It's like, for me, like, a lot of these
shit. This one for long. This shit did go on for a long time.
What's your criticism to people that say leftists have unrealistic expectations? What would you say?
Yeah, I would just say that capitalism is incredibly unrealistic in terms of the promises that it makes, ways that it doesn't, not only doesn't deliver, but like delivers things that are completely contradictory. And I think that you really soberly look at capitalism in the way that's affecting your life. You know what I'm saying? If you're a worker, if you're or especially if you're like a minority or disabled, something like that, if you're living, like, to me, it's no surprise that a lot of people who are really for the left these days are people who are, and this is why I say I'm intersectionalist. If you're at the crux, if you're like a trans person, that means that you've experienced misogyny or sort of negative effects that you may face from having toxic masculinity. You've also experienced transphobia, before, so you're more likely to experience all. You're like at the intersection of all these ways that the capitalist society oppresses you. So if you're a person who feels like the system is just not working for you, look more deeply into capitalism and the way that it's come about, the histories of capitalist states, the way that we imperialize the world, and tell me how realistic it is that the promises that capitalism makes. I guess that's what
Actually, I want to ask one more question. And I guess I'll ask both of you. Do you guys think that, so we're seeing like all this radical stuff, right? We're seeing, and it's not just from white supremacy, right? It's not just white nationalists. You see it in Islamic communities. You've seen it in Japan before with cults like Kung Fu Rico. And I see this like a lot of cult-like behavior. And to me, it seems like the preconditions for this are very material. Do you guys think that by, this is why I'm progressive, right? Healthcare, education, housing, food, all that stuff. Do you guys think that that would reduce the radical behavior we see in our society, or do you think that that's kind of the pipe dream?
I think for sure.
So, before either one of them give me an answer, yeah, it's the money, Lebowski. It's the money. So, yes, if you're poor and you think that you're not going to make it, you're going to rebel against whatever system that you fucking can. And, god damn it. Yeah, but let's fucking continue. So this is actually a fucking problem because this is something that has been used repeatedly, especially like with gentrification. It's not that people don't live together because they just don't want to live around each other. A lot of times the minority communities can only live in a specific place because of the affordability aspect. So yeah, of course, if you actually get rid of some of that disparity of wealth, then more people would actually live together. Just look at a lot of the affluent neighborhoods, the affluent mixed culture neighborhoods. That's because they have fucking money. It's about the money, Lebowski. It's about the money.
No, I mean, I actually agree with a lot of what you said. And I think that my biggest concern, I think, if no major changes are made, I think that fascism is going to get stronger as our ecology disintegrates, as our environment is destroyed. I think that you're already seeing people talking about eco-fascism. The logical conclusion to me on the train that we're driving straight for right now is that all these different little tribes or nations, whatever you call it, they're going to fascistically want to wall off and we're going to scramble for the resources that we have as they actually do become increasingly scarce. Which right now we have this window of scarcity economics and we have other avenues to take. But I don't think people are tribalistic by nature. I think that is a complete scarcity. And I mean, you can look at there's a great article how free agrarian societies are like super not violent and very like altruistic and communally focused. I don't think that our nature is like competitive and combative. I think that it's from centuries of trauma and abuse by the people who have power over the people who don't. So yeah, I do think that materially solving these problems of material inequality and shitty distribution would definitely let off a lot of that tribalistic pressure, and it would allow us to go back to those what we call primitive ways of just coming together and being more altruistically united.
All right, well, that's all I have for you guys.
I love you got any thoughts?
Alright, that's what the key is. Fuck whatever system, be it more of a socialist system, be it more of a fucking... Oh god, this was a painful fucking conversation. And the fact that it's 2 hours, dog, is one of those things where you're just like, oh my god. Fucking out. What's the title of this video? Yo. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, this is the shit that kind of like... This is why people don't want to deal with the fucking left. It was about semantics and how quickly shit changes. Now, yes, I am one of the beliefs of people that shit needs to change a lot more quickly. Maybe because I'm part of a marginalized community. Maybe. Let me move this camera over just a little bit. That actually should work a little bit better. Maybe because I am part of a marginalized community and both economically and socially. But damn it, man. Damn it. Like, I don't know. Now, we've taken this tour of Destiny Talks with Leftless. Oh, did we do the Pac-Man? I don't remember doing the Pac-Man. I think we did. Oh, fuck. I think we did the Pac-Man. I'm not gonna do the Pac-Man, but I am gonna do. No, we did do the Pac-Man. We did do the Pac-Man. Okay, cool. Because it was after. Please let me give me a moment, or please let me speak. We're gonna do a final one, the final one in the series. So we're gonna actually do the surfs next. So give me a second. All right. So let's just go out. I gotta give me something to drink, so I'll be right back, guys. Fuck, I'm thirsty. Oh god, I'm thirsty, I'm hot, and I had to get up and walk around after having a... Whew. I don't even think I sit for so long when I'm fuck. It's just a whole... That video was just like, oh my god, tiring. And I guess it was tiring because like, goddamn. It was tiring because it's just like kept seeing people talk past each other. Like, that's the shit that kind of pisses me off, right? It's like you talking past each other. Okay. All right. So let's go this back. All right. This is after everything. This is after everything. Okay. So the serfs are, they're the cool, hip liberals or socialists, like, for real. I'm fucking thirsty. Well, let's have this conversation. So this is after, obviously, that conversation. Let's continue.
In the case of the workers not working for themselves, right? All these providers might not. Still, fundamentally, don't you still think they should have the right to do so? They should have the right to vote against themselves. Just like in democracy, they have the right to withdraw.
I mean, yeah, as long as they live in a democracy, I think we accept that.
Okay, so yeah, that was a joke. And I actually like the serfs. Like some of the shit that they do is hilarious, and like actually made a promise that there are a few YouTubers that I would actually if you want us to support some of the YouTubers that I actually follow or do videos on, or YouTubers that have been featured on my channel, subscribe to my Patreon. Then that way I can give them money too. But let's go.
Hey, it's going. I think a good time to call it in. Yeah, it's easy to install it and just for So yeah, I mean, I've been watching it the past week.
We're about as fucking stupid as we are.
And that's the takeaway from
Michael Brooks, the Michael Brooks conversation. I think he's a really smart guy. And he's a really respect for that. And they're not going to do that. Peter Kaufman was okay, I guess, and he backed down on any stars. Michael PI guy seems pretty cool. He seems pretty okay. The non-compete
Okay, so I didn't check that other video, but you know that's just me. But let's continue.
and well, okay, so just you don't like moralistic arguments, right?
I love moralistic arguments. I don't like people who can separate out descriptive fact from moral arguments. So people that act like it's morality. Or if they're incapable of separating that from when they start to project their own personal thoughts or whatever onto me, it makes it very hard for me to think. I feel like I'm talking to someone just it's very irritating. So for instance, like in that last conversation with I said that like if socialist countries are constantly destroyed by capitalist ones, we'd probably rather be in a capitalist country where socialism would be that to justify the killing of socialism. It's absolutely not. I just don't want to go
Right, most people.
yeah, of course. Like, the loser team wins with their kids getting yeah, I'd rather. That doesn't mean I'm justifying it. I mean, I'm insanely critical of US policy. Unless you're like a full-on socialist,
Well, I mean, I think I'm agree with this conversation. I'm one of the people on the left, so I'm a socialist who I think has been verbally defending you from people accusing you certain things, right? Like I'm basically saying that I think that's an important person for de-radicalizing left writers and right wingers, especially when it speaks to the this, right? Far right, essentially. So I'm not starting to ask my people like Sergeant Cat or something like that. You talk to them and you break down the belief system, and I think that helps to make so I think it's but then I think when I say
All right, so this is this is actually a short fucking conversation. So this is the key thing. You have a fucking attack dog and you get mad because they fucking bite you as well. Like, he's an attack dog and he's cornered, and it's really like the enemy of my enemy is not always my friend. I will actually defend the position that Destiny is really a centrist when it comes to American politics. Like, for real. Like, I'm not gonna, and that's not the slur centrist. It's, I'm socially liberal. Economically, I'm not conservative, just conservative with my shit. But let's continue.
token people kind of when it comes to the whole what is it about? Because I know it's sort of shows that a lot of people like kind of making fun of that. I don't think capitalism itself is in a sense of racism, or do you believe in the class structure, class mechanism, or anything like that?
Yeah, sure, I could believe in class structure, class capitalism. I don't know if racism would necessarily fall out. So it's possible for capitalism to reinforce racism as much as possible, given any other principle. I don't think racism is something that exists inherently in class or racism.
Is that what you're saying?
That's not exactly true in the form of racism we have in the U.S. It was propagated by capitalists to actually keep a certain amount of people in check and to actually promote that, hey, at least you're not them, right? And it was actually reinforced. It capitalism definitely did reinforce that brand of racism, so much so that they had poor farmers in the South actually fight in the Civil War because, lo, someday they may come and take your shit because they're coming after us. Versus saying, yo, I don't. It's just a reinforcement of the system that we had in place. But let's continue.
So, okay, so when it comes to capitalism, obviously, I'm sure you found right? That was just basically the right to rule itself capital, right? That's it. Just buy some property, and for that, vertical capitalism, for that, capitalism, and obviously, capitalism is kind of multiple systems. But because of the simple fact that you, as an individual, if you have no right to property, you are then going to pass it on to the person who's sort of intergenerational wealth, right?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of
Sure, but that alone, I'm sure you can agree, is what sets up these kind of systems, right? Especially because we have eccentric Western civilization that's basically really strong feudal arrangements, basically kingdom would switch basically so the feudal system to the system. If these Western nations are the ones that have most wealth, property will pass on, and they in turn taught the class system. So it's going to
Okay,
set up.
sure. So, okay, I love you, and I'm just gonna push back on literally everything.
Of course, yeah, go ahead.
So, I completely disagree with this. So, here's a couple things. One, I think that you don't need to pass on actual capital to your children who don't want to be wealthy and successful. I think people born into wealthy families will become wealthy regardless of that. So, even if you don't pass on any person's property or any capital whatsoever, I still think that people are still going to grow up to be better off than people who are However, I would say that any socialist system where any amount of power is entrusted to be a Democrat vote, that their children might necessarily grow up with the same type of theirs.
So, okay, that this is actually pretty good. This is actually a pretty good step because what this is actually saying that one, yes, let's just push back just a little bit. Yes, if you're wealthy, yeah, you actually your parents are wealthy. It is a reflection of which you can actually look to inherit in intergenerational wealth, but also if you're wealthy, it's just like the study that was done in England. If you are wealthy enough to afford tutors or parents to spend more time at home, then children do better on test scores because that wealth that is afforded to them by not having to work as many hours or work as much as one who is on the lower rungs of economic society, of the economics of a society, excuse me. If you have that, if you're in a position where wealth can afford you more free leisure time, of course your children are going to do better because they're going to have access to more resources, mainly the parent, or resources that a parent that has of that are of means actually can afford. And I misspoke. It's not a study. It was the actual book that brings up the quote unquote made up term of meritocracy. Meritocracy. Oh wow, I can't speak. So let's continue.
Popular factory manager that they're utilizing very much the law, and they're probably by virtue of some of that social capital to pass on to its children, and that type of infrastructure goes on purpose. So I mean, I think that almost every part of like these types of items are probably going to be passed on, but nothing's going to be some true meritocracy where it goes into
Sure. And now, but I
Yeah, we are.
actually. Yeah, but I agree that message is very sorry. Very sorry. That under capitalism, the children will grow better. Meaning, actually, of course, right? But also statistically, if you inherit wealth, right?
Yep.
If you grow up with wealth, you have a much higher chance of staying wealthy. The majority of people who are wealthy.
Yeah, this is called stickiness of the eggs, like the very corporate term for very well.
this system, the way it's set up, is just going to continue to move.
Of course, but I think every system will show.
You think every system will?
More or less, yeah. I could be wrong because my historical knowledge is very good and shit, but I'm not aware of a society where like somebody rose to prominence and then nobody related to them did afterwards, and then some random person came up next, and then some random media person came up next. And so then it seems to be there are like these hierarchies that continue to get reinforced in society where certain families are more politically successful, monarchs who are politically tied to family, and like all this. This seems to be the case in a lot of the world, and for a lot of this very good.
Well, in that case, you would be agreeing with capitalism since it's class systems.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, I mean capitalism literally establishes classes, right? Of capitalism.
Have you read the Ralph Lauren Inventions? So basically, in the period before the rise of the West, right, there's these two superpowers. We have the Ottoman Empire, which is countries, and we have China. These are the two superpowers of the world. And at that time, no one would appreciate.
So let's just actually look at this debate tactic versus some of the other debate tactics that were actually being done. This is, hey, what do you know? What are your beliefs? What do you subscribe to? Specifically, that's actually, this is not as antagonistic as, of course you know. Well, as you know, it's like actually addressing the problems where, hey, be charitable. Say that maybe you don't know. Maybe this is something that you aren't aware of. Just have that shit. But let's continue.
That these two superpowers would maintain control over overlords of the planet up until the 46th century. However, there was a huge rise in the West, eventually the West dominated the world. And that book, as well as the handful of economist theories, kind of tried to ascertain this why. The reason being that there's a combination, obviously, of the post-enlightenment, so that helps with persecution, keeping people down, all that stuff. The other reason being is that there was an economic incentive for the first time for a lot of individuals to start creating, developing, building, and that combined with exploration, combined with eventually the extraction of oil from the planet, all these kind of things are what helped grow society tremendously, and that's what has allowed the West to grow, right? And so with the same theory, with the West dominating the way it has, they still have used all this intergenerational wealth to continue to maintain their dominance for the world and pass it on for long generations to the next. So with that, I mean, the argument would be, on one end, right, thanks to capitalism, it has helped them accelerate the process of becoming possible. However, when you take it to the point where now, and this is why I won't get into this fantastic as well, because I'm not an economist, so I can't really truly right? But he would be able to answer that. But since that same system, the same capitalist system, there are still these flaws. You cannot have infinite growth, for example, on the planet of finite resources, that you're going to reach essence at a certain point. And that's kind of where we are going.
That's a certain point that emerging world would be. I don't think you can literally say that we have exhausted all of the resources.
We have no, we absolutely have no. I agree. We have. However,
Okay, yeah, this is oh god, no, please. Like, oh shit, let's stop that. Let's stop that right there, because that wasn't the statement. The statement was, on a planet with finite resources, you can't always expect infinite growth. But let's continue.
Yeah, of course, I don't disagree with that. This is literally from the every class of this. But I don't see how that's relevant to our economic conversation.
Okay, we're relating to the economic now, right?
Or to any, I mean, like, okay, I'll try to be careful here. So if you're addressing the idea that, so one of the theoretical problems of capitalism is that
Okay. So you didn't hear that through any of the other debates about trying to be charitable. That's because the guy was literally actually being as charitable as he can. He never ascribed motive to what Destiny was actually saying. He literally was like, okay, cool. This is the point. This is the point. This is the point. It's a walk down the field of, hey, these are the points that I'm trying to make. I don't want to actually assume that you agree with them, but these are my points. Do you accept this point? Do you accept that point? And it's never a gotcha moment. How did Dave Chappelle say it? Gotcha, bitch. Like, it's never that. It's well, let's logically point this out. Cool.
it's possible that capitalism necessitates some infinite level of growth, some certain percentage of GDP growth has to happen per year. And if it doesn't, then the system will collapse, which is obviously not good, because people who say that the level of growth we have now are going to be Sure, that's true, but that doesn't suddenly make socialism useful. And I don't even know if socialism deals with the fact that there are finite resources. And I don't necessarily even know if capitalism doesn't work like it isn't continually growing. Like it's possible it can still work, it just works in Southern America. You see that
Well, it's one of those things that it's kind of just grown and manifested itself. And right now, we're in America, you have things like, I'm going to say super hippie looking, right? Sorry, super hippie lefty, right? But you have these corporations, right? The idea that a corporation is now the common in the United States.
corporation is not a human being. That is
No, 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 no.
absurd.
No, it is not-
Corporations
it's not
have certain
necessarily-
legal rights, okay?
Yes,
Some that
yes.
have been afforded to humans. But like the extremely loaded corporations don't treat it to people is not true. Corporations have
So corporations are people. That's not an indictment that was actually issued from the left. No. That's definitely not an indictment that was issued from the left. That's a statement of fact, quote unquote, that was issued from a right-leaning, a Republican motherfucking hopeful for presidents. Corporations are people, my friend. No. That's the legal. Corporations are fucking legal fictions that we've assigned to. We've assigned them to be. And yeah, no, not a thing. But let's continue.
some rights that previously reserved for persons. Go.
Yes, yeah. To find a sense. In these companies, enormous and that's yeah, and this is what accelerates the it's because of how they act in the self-interest and preservation of basically humanity, life on Earth, things like that. That's why we have carbon release plants, the atmosphere.
Of course.
I don't find a lot that we're disagreeing with.
Well, no, but the disagreement is that like you are going to point out a problem with my system until your system solves it. But every single problem you point out in capitalist one, I'm going to tell you it exists in socialist one, and you're going to need some governmental policy to augment the behavior of their people. That's the so when you so when you say like a boardroom of people are never thinking fuck about pollution, I absolutely agree. I wouldn't expect a firm to care about an externality by definition because they only care about maximum profits. But I wouldn't expect a worker co-op fossil fuel plant people to also say like, hey guys, we should go ahead and go to the city council and make all of our jobs obsolete. Like, wouldn't that be great for the environment? I don't think that.
So, and see, this is a problem that I've actually had with a lot of this argument that you see from Destiny. It's not that people will say, hey, let's make our jobs obsolete, but they damn sure will vote, hey, let's not pollute the stream that we get most of our drinking water from. See, that's the thing. That's a system that happens in capitalism now, where there are boards and CEOs that live nowhere in the community, but they have no problem with poisoning that community. They wouldn't have a problem with poisoning the community where, say, for instance, they say we're not going to take water from Detroit anymore because we're going to put it through pipes and we're going to make sure and have reports saying that, hey, this will poison us, but hey, Flint, Michigan, who needs real drinking water, right? But let's continue.
Requires some external third-party government policy to augment the economic viability of the
Okay, so two big things there.
Yep.
One, I do not have. I know they're going to improve this by the announcement of the say, here's the solution to problems, right? And obviously, a lot of these people, you're right. A lot of these people are doing it. Right? I just believe.
To be fair, real quick, actually, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm really thinking of things that this could so many common things. I'm not saying that the burden of proof is on you. So should walk me through an entire idealistic society. The burden, all I want is an answer to some very incredibly simple hypotheticals that don't involve me fetishizing or hypothesizing some really humans that are these altruistic, orderly human beings that like take into account the well-being of the whole world at their own personal expense. And I don't know it's ever existed in the history of the world without some extreme like religious drivers. So for instance, like real quick, so like when I ask you, like how would you honestly expect like a worker collective of like coal miners to all collectively come together and say, hey, our jobs are bad, let's go and grow our whole like firm. Do you think that would actually happen under socialism?
Okay, so to answer that, because I've seen you ask this to other people before, and I wanted to say for long, this is great. Hey, you extrapolate that to the elections themselves, right? Like people voting for Trump, right? Obviously people voting for self-interest.
Or the AFL-CIO, the giant labor union, is typically opposed to like the Green New Deal because they're worried about threatening their jobs.
Right. So you don't extend democracy to essentially
Finally, I'm finished out of maps.
because they would vote against their self-interest innately, and as they
No, I mean I don't necessarily disagree with saying democracy could have worked. That's a far cry from abolition.
Right.
Okay, great. So here's the thing: we find an agreement. I am not, and this is the thing. That's quite literally. So what is to me, and a lot of, and you get a lot of these people that use idealistic terms who actually say, "Hey, this is a problem here. This is a problem there," and God damn it, I just think that the definition where it's like the bridge too far for destiny is fucking getting rid of fucking capitalists, getting rid of capitalists altogether, and that's the investors, not the system. I think that it should be more socialistic. But let's continue. Ooh, 10 minutes left. I guess doing this on 1 1/4 speed is actually more beneficial. Let's go.
But to say, in the case of the workers, not the workers self rights, all these providers like still fundamentally, the workers still think they should have the right to vote. They have the right to say something. Just like in democracy, they have the right to vote.
I mean, yeah, I think so. Obviously, I think but that doesn't address my question at all. My primary question was, do you think? Wait, but my primary question is, yeah, my primary question is, how does your system address things like the environmental problems when capitalism doesn't? And you say, well, they might not address the environmental problems just because they don't. Yeah, well, yeah, of course, sure, I agree with that. That's my argument. Yeah.
Okay. And okay, so we further democracy to points of that, right? I think problems such as voting exercise or voting in Congress, right? They also have it has much to do with education. So in the social system, it's like we have a much better education system that can educate the populace and educate the workers to understand what it is.
No. He just let you know what he was going to do. Say, well, because of a socialist, more of a socialist society, not just capitalism, that workers would actually make sure that they vote to make sure that they don't get rid of their, fuck. Okay, I remember where I was at now. Workers will make sure that they don't get rid of their, not that they won't get rid of their job, but they won't pollute in a way that will be detrimental to their own livelihood, their own environment that's around them. Workers will vote for that shit. They'll say, hey, I want to be able to swim in this stream. Hey, I want to be able to fucking be able to not have poisoned food. So what I'm going to do is vote this particular way. But let's continue.
Okay, I can't argue with this point. So in your world, you think that people will all value and cherish education at a much higher level, and then in this system, people who want to become educated, who want to go to schools, and that education will override their default instinct to just be self-interest.
Oh, I cannot speak to what will happen in this theoretical world design. All I can speak to is what I think we try to do right now, which is to try and solve some systemic problems such as what poor education, right? I think education.
Sure, I think education is definitely a real problem, but I mean, like, if that's going to be your go-to solution in your world, education is a solution and not an economic reorganization, then I'm going to argue the same for mine, right? I'm going to say that under my system as well, I think that if we have free education for everybody, then we can put some of our capitalist systems as well. You don't need economic reorganization.
That's a facet of socialism. You know, that's just that facet of socialism. But let's continue.
But then I would say
I absolutely am a sucker. I don't think.
you would.
I am a sucker. What do you mean? But that's a liberal position.
I guess the problem is these terms can be very used. I definitely separate liberals from social democrats.
Wait, why? Wait, wow.
You don't?
Okay, and this is the rub, and this is why in some cases, social democrats are centrist. In some cases, liberals are centrist. They're far be it from people that make fun of people in gender where these terms for political alignment are so fucking diverse. But let's continue.
No, a social democrat is absolutely a liberal. A social
No,
democrat.
I would put a social democrat further to the left. And
Yeah, they might be further to the left, but they're not by any stretch of the imagination like
but
not
there's
liberal.
difference, right? Like, you know, for example, not all Democrats would identify themselves as liberals. Would want to develop these welfare systems that you're proposing, that we're both proposing, right?
Yeah, but further left doesn't mean not liberal.
Once you go further left, you want to have a stronger welfare state, have higher taxation, you eventually, I think, separate yourself from what I would define as a liberal person. I mean, we're talking about semantics.
Sure, yeah, this is semantic, sure. Because most people refer to me as, well, I guess I'm not a fascist. But yeah, I don't think I have never heard of anybody refer to a sock dem as not like as a not liberal. Sock dems are conservative. Well, I guess, but there's a semantic.
Sure, but I guess I might be the first, because that's not, and especially people on the left who define it as such, right? But here's the
Yeah,
thing.
I only bring this up because, like, for instance, like you're familiar with like the Sun, right?
Of course.
Yeah, so like he has like an internet community full of tankies, and they would say that like, and the Sun himself has said like he doesn't like aligning with liberal sock dems because he considers sock dems to be fascists, right? The Sun has said that. So like a lot of people look at sock dems and they don't consider them to be or they consider them to be like liberals the same way that they consider them to be.
Now that's the thing, like purity tests. I fucking hate purity tests. Oh my god. I haven't been pure since 16, but I'm pumped. But let's continue.
He's saying that genuinely.
No, he was saying it genuinely. He'll backtrack later. When you ask him, did you mean that? He'll backtrack on it. But his iconography is all like hanky shit. His whole community is full of like hanky shitters, and all of them constantly say things like that they believe that like liberals are fascists and stuff. So it's not as on record since you got this side with like tankies or plummies or whatever, then sock dems. Because he considers sock dems to be the enemy in the same ways that the
So I mean, if you're someone who is okay with extending democracy to the workplace, right? Even though you don't like, neither of us can exactly say.
Sure. Let me be very, very clear when you say this. When you say extend democracy to the workplace, when most people say that, they're talking about abolishing capital owners and giving everybody a share.
No.
Okay, sure. I'm just saying, or I could be, maybe I'm only talking to certain strings of unions, but when you say extend democracy to the workplace, most of the people that I talk to, when they say that, they mean abolishing capital and giving the workplace to the workers. That's what they mean.
So I think what the core of most of these problems have been mass confusion. Because you've seen in this conversation a lot further left than.
Yeah, because I'm extremely far left. That's what I am. But because I'm not a full-on commie, these LARPing white college dipshits like lose their fucking mind because I defend capitalism. But I'm very much a social democrat. I'm very much in favor of some form of universal healthcare. I'm very much in favor of massive redistribution of wealth. I think the capital gains rates in the United States are fucking insane. I don't know why those are taxed so low compared to ordinary income. Like 100%. But these are the same types of people that say like Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, and Barack Obama are extreme right-wing in the United States, despite the fact that the majority of the left sees people like this as extremely far left. Or the fact that Nancy Pelosi is the most liberal voting record in Congress. So yeah, I mean.
That's when you get into relative terms. Yeah. And yes, previously some of these votes were liberal. But once you get into power, shit changes.
Like that's where I'm at right now. This is the frustrating part. Is that I'm literally there's like a massive community of the vocal minority of like internet socialist Muslims, which makes it literally fucking right wing. Even though I'm incredibly left. Even for European countries, I would be like on the left of like most of these issues.
So I guess what's happened is these online communities have harassed you to the point where you kind of pigeonhole the left as this kind of.
I mean, you say pigeonhole, but like the Chapo Trap House subreddit, the BreadTube subreddit, the Sans Tanking community, like all of these people are pretty consistent with their messaging. Like that non-compete dipshit tweeted out today about my conversation with this dumb fuck Conrad Luna, whatever the fuck she is, and like, oh, white American, makes fun of Vietnamese woman and says he wants to bomb her country. Like, what the fuck? Why would you pull out identity politics like so hardcore on me there when that had nothing to do with the conversation? Like,
Well, that's his partner. So just said some kind of.
I asked him if he was white or He said Conrad, so I don't know if they're like dating or I'm trying to make this up. I don't actually know. Yeah, that's why I said I don't know if they're like together.
So what's basically happened is you've got the Chapo subreddit, Sans group. They've basically pushed each other. Now feel like this information attack.
Well,
You're
this
still
people.
define yourself as part of it.
Yeah, of course, but I think far left on internet politics means a lot different than far left in like real life American politics. It's very different, or no, very different like ideologies.
It's like you're getting to this fancy sort of liberal centrist something. But I would still define if you define yourself, if you self-identify as a something, and if you self-identify as a something who is willing to extend democracy to the place, I'm not saying abolish capitalism. I'm just saying if you want to do that, you are further left than a something as well. Like you might be some hybrid, I don't know, some new
Sure, maybe. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to talk down to a
Oh yeah, normal sock Dems with a pros.
Yeah, no, that's I guess yeah, maybe we'll have the cryptocurrency.
But this is one of the things. It's just like this is a fucking attack dog. Don't 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 try to attack dogs. That's like trying to get mad at fucking Yahtzee Groshaw. Like the fuck. Like you really want to go there, dog. You really want to go there. Fine, but let's continue.
Wait.
Did he? The fuck? Really, dog? Really? That was could have never won the fascist league.
Did you enjoy what you did?
All right, so yeah, that's their commercial for their channel. It's wrapping up to 9 o'clock. I really don't have anything else, any other videos that I really want to go over. Excuse me. Let's see. Let's see if we'll watch later. If I have any other videos that I want to go over today. Nah, I'll watch that. That was from the surfs. Yeah, I watched the David Packman. Oh wow. Oh wow. Move from watch later. I really need to clean this shit up. Not that one. Not that one. I watched that earlier. Not that one. That's going to be too long. Wow. I really don't have any response videos. This is coming up against 9 o'clock. Oh, Jill is in the chat. You know what? Let's see. Can we get Jill in the chat? Hold on, Jill. Do you want to get in? Do you want to get in this conversation, man? All right. Come here. Come on. When was that comment left? Let's actually close this out. All right. Hold on. Let's actually remove this. Let's see if he actually come in this time. actually put this on. Booyah. Virtual background. I want to be in space. In space. Yeah, that's gonna work. And if the video was too low, then yeah, my fault. Is he coming in? I know it's a school night, Jill. You scared to come in, dog? Let's actually see something. Because if not, I'm just going to cut it off today. Like, I am... just waiting for shit to load up. Don't go over. All right. So we're waiting for Jill. Come on, Jill. You can get in. I'm there. I'm there, dog. I'm here. I know you wanted to talk to me, spare the rod, and all that other good shit. When did you leave those comments, man? Well, not there. So, I'm actually going to end the stream right now, guys, because I've been streaming for the last... I've streamed, what, a total of fucking 5 hours today? 5 hours. 5 hours today. I want to thank everybody who's watched and people who's watching the replay. If the audio is a little bit too low, I'm sorry. I promise to change that by the next video. But we're going to have something different. Tomorrow is Monday night, so I think we're going to go back to a Monday Blue video. I'm going to research that shit while I'm at work of what our favorite MGTOW or Forever Alone person would actually say. And I want to thank everybody who's watched. Remember, share the video, like, subscribe, or follow, depending on what platform you're watching. Thank everybody, and you enjoy the rest of your night.